Imagine the joy of welcoming a new child into your family, believing you're providing her with a brighter future. But just 6 months later, you face an unimaginable decision to return her. What could drive loving parents to make such a heartbreaking choice? Find out today as we share Davis's compelling journey, from the initial excitement of adoption to the shocking revelations that force them to confront a dark and hidden truth. Let us know where you're tuning in from today and subscribe for more such stories. Adam and Jessica Davis had always felt a profound calling to help those less fortunate. As devout Christians with 4 beautiful biological children, they believed their blessings were meant to be shared. When the opportunity arose to adopt a child from Uganda, they saw it as a divine mission to provide love and opportunities to a girl in need. After a meticulous application process, they were matched with Marta, a 5-year-old girl whose bright smile and hopeful eyes captivated their hearts. The Davis family embarked on a journey to Canada, full of joy and anticipation, believing they were about to transform Marta's life for the better. Upon arriving at the EC Adoption Agency, Marta's shy demeanor and limited English made the initial interactions challenging. However, Adam and Jessica's patience and unwavering love began to break down her walls. Over 2 weeks, Marta started to open up, her laughter and playful spirit filling the Davis home with newfound joy. The agency's assurances that Marta had no living relatives reinforced the Davises' belief that they were providing her with a stable and loving environment, free from the hardships she supposedly faced in Uganda. Life in Ohio, though filled with love, wasn't without its struggles for Marta. Nightmares plagued her sleep, and moments of unexplained sadness left the Davises concerned. Determined to help their new daughter, they sought the expertise of a child psychologist. With the aid of an interpreter, Marta began to express her deepest fears and memories through drawings and notes. It was through these heartfelt expressions that the Davis family began to uncover unsettling truths about Marta's past. One cold night, Jessica awoke to Marta's cries of anguish, leading her to a startling revelation. Through the interpreter's assistance and Marta's emotional disclosures, Adam and Jessica learned that Marta was not an orphan. Contrary to what the adoption agency had told them, Marta still had a loving family in Uganda. The realization that they had been deceived shattered the Davises' trust and forced them to confront the harsh reality of the fraudulent adoption scheme they had unwittingly supported. Refusing to accept the betrayal, Adam and Jessica launched their own investigation. Collaborating with activist contacts in Uganda, they uncovered a sinister network run by the EC agency. What was presented as a noble mission to help orphans was, in reality, a well-orchestrated child trafficking ring. Vulnerable villages were exploited, and children were deceitfully taken under false pretenses, generating millions through unethical adoption fees. The Davises realized the depth of the corruption and the lives it had shattered. Determined to right the wrongs, the Davises teamed up with Karen Riley, a relentless child advocacy lawyer known for dismantling trafficking rings. Together, they gathered damning evidence, including internal documents and testimonies from other affected families. Their quest for justice led them to a private investigator who, instead of silencing them, became a whistleblower, providing critical information that linked the EC agency to a global child smuggling operation. Armed with irrefutable evidence, Karen filed a series of explosive lawsuits and alerted the State Department. The pressure mounted as public outrage grew, leading to a federal investigation. In a dramatic courtroom battle, Adam and Jessica fought not only for Marta's rightful return, but also to expose the widespread corruption within the adoption industry. The judge's ruling in favor of the Davises was a monumental victory, affirming Marta's right to reunite with her biological family. As preparations began to send Marta back to Uganda, the emotional weight bore heavily on the Davis family. On the night before her departure, Marta sang an emotional song in her native language, conveying her gratitude and sorrow. The journey back was fraught with heartache, but the promise of reunion kept them steadfast. Upon arriving, Marta's tearful reunion with her mother was a poignant moment of pure joy, validating the Davises' difficult decision. The dismantling of the EC agency sent shockwaves through the international adoption community, leaving countless families feeling betrayed and disillusioned. Media outlets around the world highlighted the grim reality of child trafficking masquerading as adoption, while social media buzzed with outrage and demands for stricter regulations. Determined to ensure that EC's downfall marked the beginning of meaningful change, Adam and Jessica Davis intensified their collaboration with Karen Riley, a relentless child advocacy lawyer, and Ugandan authorities. They traveled to Uganda to work closely with local law enforcement and child protection agencies, sharing the evidence they had gathered and helping to coordinate efforts to identify and rescue other children deceitfully taken from their families. Together, they advocated for stronger international laws and tighter regulations on adoption agencies, pushing for mandatory background checks, transparent processes, and severe penalties for traffickers. Their efforts led to the introduction of new legislation aimed at closing loopholes that had previously allowed such exploitation to thrive. Marta's healing journey became a powerful symbol of resilience, inspiring the Davises and Karen to channel their grief and anger into proactive advocacy. With the support of child psychologists and trauma counselors, Marta made significant strides in her emotional recovery, participating in group therapy and building new friendships that bolstered her confidence. Harnessing the momentum from their legal victories, Adam, Jessica, and Karen launched advocacy initiatives to raise awareness about ethical adoption practices and protect vulnerable children worldwide. They became sought-after speakers at international conferences and media interviews, sharing their harrowing experiences and emphasizing the need for vigilance and ethical responsibility in the adoption process. Partnering with reputable nonprofits and NGOs, they established support networks for affected families, providing legal assistance, psychological counseling, and educational opportunities for those impacted by trafficking and unethical adoptions. Driven by their experiences, the Davises founded the Davis Advocacy Foundation, dedicated to promoting ethical adoption practices, supporting trafficking victims, and advocating for legislative reforms. The foundation organized educational programs and workshops for prospective adoptive parents and agencies, focusing on best practices and the importance of transparency. Their collective efforts began to bear fruit as international collaboration strengthened, leading to policy changes in multiple countries and enhanced protections for vulnerable children. With Marta safely back home, her transformation was nothing short of remarkable. The little girl who had once endured nightmares and profound sadness now blossomed into a confident and vibrant young girl. Surrounded by the love and familiarity of her family in Uganda, Marta began to reclaim her sense of self and purpose. She eagerly participated in community activities, excelled in her studies, and developed a passion for helping others who had faced similar hardships. Her resilience inspired everyone around her, serving as a beacon of hope for other children in her village who had experienced trauma. The Davis family's journey did not end with Marta's return. It marked the beginning of a new chapter dedicated to making a lasting impact. Adam and Jessica's unwavering commitment to uncovering the truth had not only liberated Marta, but also exposed the dark underbelly of the international adoption industry. Their relentless pursuit of justice brought to light the widespread corruption and exploitation that had plagued countless vulnerable children and families. News of their efforts spread globally, igniting a movement towards greater transparency and ethical practices in adoption processes. Their story resonated deeply with many, leading to increased scrutiny of adoption agencies and the implementation of stricter regulations to prevent such abuses from occurring in the future. Adam and Jessica became respected voices in advocacy circles, frequently speaking at international conferences and collaborating with organizations dedicated to protecting children's rights. Their first-hand experiences provided invaluable insights that helped shape policies aimed at safeguarding vulnerable populations from exploitation. Marta's growth mirrored the Davis family's own evolution. As she matured, she pursued her dreams with a newfound determination to make a positive impact on the world. Enrolled in a local university, Marta majored in social work, driven by a desire to support children who had experienced trauma and displacement. Her compassionate nature and personal experiences fueled her commitment to creating safe and nurturing environments for others, ensuring that no child would have to endure what she had once faced. The Davis family's resilience and integrity served as a testament to the power of compassion and the importance of standing up for what is right. Their journey, marked by both heartbreak and triumph, underscored the significance of ethical responsibility and the profound difference one family's actions can make in the lives of many. By choosing to confront injustice and fight for Marta's rightful place, Adam and Jessica not only changed their own lives, but also set a powerful example for others to follow. In the end, the Davis family story became a beacon of hope, illustrating that with integrity, compassion, and relentless pursuit of what is right, it is possible to overcome adversity and create a better, more just world for future generations. Adam and Jessica Davis faced one of the most challenging decisions of their lives, choosing to part with a daughter they had grown to love deeply. Their courage to confront deception and fight for justice ultimately restored Marta to her rightful place, ensuring her happiness and well-being. Their story serves as a powerful reminder that true love sometimes means making the hardest choices for the greater good. What do you think about their decision to return Marta after 6 months? How would you have handled such a heartbreaking situation? Share your thoughts and join the conversation in the comments below. Thank you for listening.